What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2024-25 Select Serie A Hobby box from Panini. These dropped on the Panini website for $320, which is about 30% cheaper and significantly less than last year's boxes. And as always, we're here to show you guys what this product's all about. So let's get right into it. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel. It really helps us grow and helps with the YouTube algorithm. And when you click on eBay search links on this page and make a purchase, it can result in us earning a commission, which also supports us in the long run as part of the eBay Partner Network. So this is going to be a 5x12 format, 60 cards total, and we should be getting 5 numbered cards per box and any combination of 3 autos, mems, or mem autos. And this is kind of what they look like up on the screen. And in terms of parallels, I'll put up before I do that, I almost forgot in this video once again. Let me show you guys all the sides of the box before I put up that table. Very, very colorful table. Here's the bottom. Here is the back to kind of show you what is going to be in that table for base parallels at least. But yeah, here it is. And you guys can see the differences from previous year's sets. And it looks like the new bronze checker and honeycomb were added while the zebra was removed. And the print run this year is basically sitting at around 770 cases, which is a 20% increase from last year's set. So still a much lower print run compared to the other Select sets, but almost double what it was 2 seasons ago. But in terms of case hits, those are going to be the artistic impressions once again, visionary and stained glass. And of course you can get team badges as well. And the new honeycomb parallels like we saw in the La Liga set. This is the only example that I have for now, but yeah, let's actually get started. So these packs actually have like silver towards the top rather than white like La Liga and EPL. But here we go. First pack is going to be a thick one. Let me just show you the back of the pack for all the pack aficionados out there. Get this as close as possible without any glare. All right, so let's get into pack number 1 and see how we can start things off. Of course, there is a flipped card, so we're going to have to do it like this. I guess it kind of worked like the other reviews. So all right, we have a field Santiago Castro. Wow, look at that. So this is going to be the Chase rookie, 7 out of 45. There's not that many rookies actually to chase in this set, so this is going to be like first and foremost your main chase. So yeah, young player from Argentina. He is in his, I think he's like 20. I don't think he's 21 yet, but when you compare him with other rookies, okay, we got a Cabrini auto, Juventus. This is going to be a 130 points. There's like 500 things I want to say all at once right now, but all right, let's put this legend in the back. I am a AC Milan fan, so maybe not the biggest fan of Juventus, but Juventus has its fair share of crazy legends throughout history, of course. But all right, what did I want to say? Yeah, so he's a young player from Argentina, 20 years old basically, and then the 2 other rookies that you could even probably just consider. I mean, they don't even come close to like other rookies, relatively speaking, but and I'm talking like in the grand scheme of things in Europe and like the other sets as well. Okay, after this white, I promise I will tell you guys. So 11 out of 20, Anderson. Let me set that down to the side for now. Then we have a base over here. Yeah, so we have Mbangula, who we've seen in Topps sets as a rookie, and then the other player would be Ange Johan Boni. So, I mean, there are some alternatives to consider, but nothing too crazy once again. I mean, even like all 3 rookies in the grand scheme of things, especially compared to last year's Serie A set, is like it doesn't even come close. So, all right, here's our multicolor. A red, white, and a green for the Italy flag, of course. And all right, we have Alex Jimenez. All right, that was an interesting twist. There's Santiago Castro. He looks very different than the other picture. I think 2 different hairstyles or hair colors or whatever. So I'm gonna set this guy to the side. I have to do some research on the guy later on. All right, did we get a gold? I think we did get a gold. So here's field, and then we have a silver field, Matteo Pessina, and our gold is gonna be Reda Belliane, 8 out of 10. So goes well with the Verona colors for what it's worth. So expect to see a lot more SSP numbered cards in this set because it is much shorter printed than especially Select EPL. It is also shorter printed than La Liga, probably will be shorter than Select FIFA when that comes out. We will review it. Here's Nico Paz. The sell sheet had a rookie just to show you where the rookie logo would go on the card, but no, he is not a rookie this year because he was last year in Select La Liga. All right, so Diego Maradona, look at that. Man, I would love to see the black 1/1 of this guy. That would look absolutely amazing. Let's put the silver over there. And all right, we have, are we gonna get his black 1/1 in this box? I have a feeling we might. We might just finish the rainbow, guys. 19 out of 25, Santiago Castro doing very, very well with the main rookie chase. I mean, the difference between him and the other two rookies that I mentioned is actually like pretty big. So, all right, we're almost halfway done, and there's a lot of awesome stuff still yet to come out of these packs, mainly due to the short print run. And I think I got a spoiler. It's going to be AC Milan. I just have no idea if it's going to be an auto or a patch. Let's find out together, guys. All right, nice color match here for Fiorentina. And I think it's going to be a patch. It is going to be Morata, and it's probably going to be unassociated. All right, that's unfortunate. They keep doing that in Panini land, but there are some players who do get associated patches. All right, Samuel Dahl and Aliou Fadera, one of the rookies that are on my radar at this point. All right, so this purple is going to be out of 49. All the other sets are numbered much higher than that. And this one is also going to fit in a 130 point. And thick sleeve, don't use thin sleeves like we mentioned in the other videos. But yeah, I mean, if this is honestly at this point, if you've never seen a Select set before, I mean, there's 3 different types of rarities. I usually mentioned that at the very, very beginning of the video, but got carried away here. And we'll talk about it after this pack. Let's just see what we got. I think that's going to be an auto. Fazzini here. This is going to be the rarest, other than the honeycomb, the rarest non-numbered parallel here. Then we have Select Future and our auto. Is that going to be Inter Milan? I had a feeling. I don't know why. I just knew it was going to be Lautaro Martinez. All right. Probably one of the best players at Inter Milan for a very, very long time. If not, maybe the best player right now. Very, very underrated. Underappreciated, I should say, in the hobby. But let's actually put him in a 130 point top loader as well. So far, this has been a really, really fun box. So you're not going to find a lot of these boxes out in the wild. But we are going to be running a group break. For those of you guys who are interested, definitely check it out on breakfastcards.com. We might run a case, might run 2. We'll see. But we're also going to have some single boxes as well. Okay, there's Kenan Yildiz without the rookie logo. All right, Miretti, and we have Busio, and just a base pack here. All right, so what I wanted to talk about was the 3 levels of rarity in Select. You can skip this part if you're very familiar with it. So this is going to be the most common one. This is going to be Terrace. It says that on the back, and then this one is going to be Mezzanine. Every year the design looks different, but the rarity is basically the same. So there's a Mezzanine. This is going to be uncommon, and this is going to be the least common. I wouldn't really call it rare, but it is the least common. This is going to be field level, and is going to be a horizontal design. So just an FYI, and we got 4 packs left, so final third of the box. Hoping we get some, well, I guess these aren't really always flipped in every pack. Got another silver here. A lot of rookies that I didn't expect to see this year that I actually don't even know or have any information on them. But all right, pack number 10. This one is going to have a filler. So fillers are here for one purpose, and that is to discourage people from weighing packs. And look at this, a coach card, or manager, I should say. So there's actually, I think, quite a few of these in this set. I did see like a preview of that not too long ago. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, do you care? Would you even collect the manager cards as field levels especially, or do you not care? Or would you rather just like it not be in the set? Let me know in the comments down below. Or if you pull any crazy parallels for managers, definitely share it in the Discord. Feel free to join. There's also a link down below. And it looks like we have a field Retegui, the leading goal scorer for this 2024-25 season in Serie A, I believe, 20 out of 30. His rookie, was that last year or was that the year before? I honestly can't remember, but Yeah, I know some people have a lot of his rookie cards, so it must be a fun time for them right now. But all right, let's see. That's a big patch. So nice colorful patch. I remember the cases from last year. Most of the patches were just like this big and very beautiful, especially as tie-dyes. So not from a specific game or event, but at least it's got two different kinds of materials. One is for the text on the jersey, and then the other is just the jersey material itself. All right, so let's put that over there with Morata, and we got two base cards here. Last pack. Here goes nothing. I don't think we're going to be getting any more autographs. So unless we get a case hit here, let's see what we got. All right. Gosens, there's our second multicolor. I don't think we got a red. We got two blues, which is like not common at all. Here's equalizers. And our last two cards. There it is. So let's do a recap, guys. So here are the unnumbered parallels that we got. We're missing one. I think one got replaced by a numbered card, which is always a good thing. So two blues, two multicolors. And then we got, I think, 6 numbered cards, whereas 5 is the usual. So we got one purple out of 49. We have white. This time it's out of 20. This one is winter camo out of 30. And we got a gold out of 10. And we have not one, but 2 Field Santiago Castros. One is a tie-dye out of 25, and the other is out of 45. Bronze checker, the new parallel. And of course our autographs, we got Lautaro and Cabrini. So everything except for AC Milan. Can't win them all, right? At least we got a Morata random patch here, and then a tie-dye jumbo patch for Bologna. And here is this guy throwing you a salute. But yeah, guys, how do we feel about this set? I'll put up the rating on the screen while we talk about it. But starting with the design, it is going to be exactly the same as La Liga and EPL, the two videos that we uploaded the last few days. And yeah, the terrace design is definitely better than last year's design, in my opinion. Big fan of the field level this year as well, but the mezzanine doesn't quite hit the spot for whatever reason. Stained glass looks much better in person, although we haven't really pulled one other than a La Minimal in one of our live streams. That was one of our group breaks, actually. But overall, still not better than previous year's stained glass designs. At least Artistic Impressions has a good design this year, and the autos do look pretty sharp this time around. And in terms of base set size, no change there, but the price did drop by about 120 bucks from last year's boxes, which is a pretty significant amount. But don't get me wrong, I mean, last year's boxes were very overpriced, and this year's could still actually use an improvement. But for now, it's in good shape, I suppose, especially with the print run increasing by 20% with, price drop and whatever. They have to find a balance. So Panini, good luck in the future. Hope you guys do the right thing. But yeah, nothing exciting about the rookie class as of now. Of course, that could all change in the future. That's the beauty of it all and the beauty of prospecting. But at least the one-of-ones are going to, still be like one in every 2 to 3 cases, basically. So the lowest sprint run out of all the select sets, like we mentioned earlier. And yeah, probably the best auto checklist out of all the select sets that reviewed so far. I haven't seen a checklist for FIFA yet, but this is definitely significantly better, especially the good auto ratio, than La Liga and EPL select checklist. So very heavily stacked with legends like, R9, Zidane, Totti, Del Piero, Shevchenko, Van Basten, Klose, and like Maldini, to name a few. I know there's probably more than just a few, but those are going to be like the main chase from this entire set this year. So if you do see any crazy Shevchenko one-of-ones, you know who to reach out to, guys. But anyway, overall, the rating is basically the same as last year's for different reasons, of course. So I really hope Panini, dials things up next year and makes the next set like an all-out improvement. So we're not just like stuck around the same rating for like different, 2 steps back, 1 step forward kind of deal. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.